Hello students, this is your AutoCAD lab, Diploma in Electrical Engineering. So in our previous classes, in our first lecture, we have discussed how to set up a margin, and in our previous lecture, we have came in contact with that, came to know what are the commands being used in AutoCAD, draw and under draw and modify command. There are a number of commands being used. We have came to know the use of the command. Now in this class we will draw a figure and we'll use all the commands. Okay, so let me share the screen. So we have already set up a margin. Now the first important command is your line. Either you can click here with your cursor, or see, escape means you will be escaping from the command, or you can type line here, line. Okay, line. Okay, so specify first point. Now you have to see here in the command box what is coming. So specify first command, it is coming. So we have to place somewhere. Okay, specify the next point. Now see the currently we cannot draw horizontal, very difficult to draw vertical or horizontal line. See, some incline line can also be done. So we have to make ortho on. Ortho, we can type here ortho, O-R-T-H-O, ortho. Okay.
Okay.
On and off, we will switch off on, or you can directly press F8. See, ortho has been off and ortho is on now. So by creating ortho on, horizontal or vertical line can directly be drawn. This is the use of the drafter in your drawing. Okay, this is the equivalent to the use of drafter in your drawing. And another command you have to make on is OSNAP. OSNAP, or this is F3. Okay, so see, a window has been opened. See, endpoint. This is a feature of a drawing, isn't it? Endpoint, midpoint, center, quadrant, intersection. Quadrant is for circle. So you may switch on some things whatever required. Okay, extension is not required. A tangent sometimes required, tangent to a circle. A midpoint means midpoint to a line. Endpoint of a line. Center of a circle. Okay, quadrant, we know that there are 4 quadrants of a circle. Intersection between a circle or line, or circle, whatever. Then perpendicular to a line. This thing has to be open. Then tangent. So I have pressed OK. Now I will draw line. Now I have to start from somewhere here. Okay, so length of the line I can give. Let us say I have given length 80. So if I move the cursor horizontally, then a line, horizontal line of 80 length will be drawn. Okay, then I can move the cursor vertically upwards, and if I press 60, then a 60 line vertically upwards will be drawn. Then I will move my cursor at the left hand side, then I will again press 80 line will be drawn. So the 3 sides of a rectangle has been drawn. Now to close the rectangle, I can type C. C stands for close, and enter. See, a closed rectangle has been drawn of 80 by 60. Now you see, now the next command, I can use circle. Okay, now see, if I move the cursor, this is the significance of the OSNAP command. See, this is the starting point of the circle, or center point of the circle, the midpoint of the 2 line. This line has been selected here automatically. This is the intersection. This is the intersection. This is also the intersection. This is the midpoint. This is the end point. See, this symbol is for end point. Okay. This symbol is also for the end point. So I can start drawing circle from anywhere. Let us say I will draw circle for the midpoint here. Okay. Then see here what has been written in the command box. Specify the radius of the circle. So if I enter a value, let us say I have entered a 40 value. So that will be the radius of the circle. Okay. Now Control Z means that previous command. Again, see, I'm telling you the methods of drawing circles in different ways. Now see, This is the center point of specify center point of the circle. Okay, so I have specified the center points of the midpoint. Now if I have to enter the diameter, then see here at the third bracket, the first alphabet, I have to write D, enter. Now I can enter the diameter of the circle. Let us say 80. So the same size of the circle will be drawn. Okay, so by giving the radius or by giving the diameter, the same size circle can be drawn. Okay, now I will show you the use of the trim command. Now let us draw another circle also. So there are some methods actually. The process I have drawn, the circle width is the center and radius. Next method is center and diameter. I have also shown you this. Then 2 point, you can select any 2 point of the circle. See, if you select 2 point of the circle, 2 point of anywhere, a circle will be drawn. Then 3 point circle. See the example, AutoCAD is giving the example. If you select the 3 points on the circumference of a circle or circumference of anything, anywhere, if you select 3 points, a circle will be drawn. Okay. Then tangent, radius, this tangent radius. So tangent to 1 and 2, here see, and see here two objects have been drawn, 1 and 2. So tangent to 1 and 2, and let us say radius is something. So a circle will be drawn tangent to both the objects 1 and 2 with a specified radius. Okay. Now again 10, 10, 10. So tangent with the 3 objects or 3 lines or 3 boundaries, whatever. So here 1, 2, 3. So 3 boundaries. So circle has been drawn with the tangent to the 3 lines here, or boundaries also can be used. So these are the methods to draw circles in different ways. I will draw a circle from here also. I can select the center point and end point also. The same circle will be drawn. Now trim. Now I will show you how to draw, how to use the command trim. Trim means the circle or the portion of the circle or portion of the line will be trimmed with respect to a boundary. So first select the trim command. Okay. Now see what is coming in the command box. Select object. So here you have to select the boundary. Let us say this boundary I am selecting. Okay. Now I have to press enter to go to the next step of the trim command. Now I have to erase something. See, I have to select. See here that person will be erased. See, cross sign has been visible. So if I select this portion, so this portion will be omitted. Or if I select this portion will be omitted. See, so this portion has been omitted. And to get out from the command, you have to press enter. Okay. Now again, I will select trim. Boundary, first I have to select the boundary, next press enter, then I have to select the part. Okay, so the object has been trimmed. Now let us say again, I will erase this line and this line. So how it is being done? So I have to select the boundary here. This is the boundary, this is the boundary, press enter. Now select this line. Oh sorry, as the lines have been drawn separately, so that can be erased, directly erased. Okay, so select both of them and press enter. So that path has been erased. Now the use of other commands like move. See, the object has gone outside the boundary. So if I have to move the object, what I have to select the move command. Then I have to catch it in a window. Okay, just leave the cursor and select the whole object. This has not been selected, so you can select it separately also. Now press enter. Now you have to select a point about which you will move the object. So press here. So I am selecting this point. Any point can be selected, but here I am selecting this point. So I have to press a left click. Okay. Now I can place the object anywhere. See, the object can, as the ortho has been made on, so that object can be moved vertically or horizontally. It cannot be moved other than that. But if I press F1 again, then see, it can be moved anywhere. So as per my requirements, I can press ortho on or off. Okay, so let us press ortho off for the time being and move the object here. Again, I'm pressing F8 to make the ortho on. So the object has been moved. Now see the copy. Now the use of the copy command. Now again, catch that thing in a window, press enter. Now again, make a copy of the object. See the multiple copy of the object can be made. So you have to press escape. The three copies of the object have been made, isn't it? Now rotate command. Okay, I will erase the remaining these two objects. Okay, enter. So that has been erased. Now rotate. Again, I have to select the whole thing. Okay. Now select how the object has been selected. Now I have to press enter to move to the next step. Now select the base point about which the object is to be rotated. Now let us say I have selected base point can be anywhere. Let us say I am selecting base point here. Now I will rotate the okay. So again I'm going back. So rotate. Now I have to select the whole object first, then press enter to the move to the next step. Now let us say I will rotate the object 90 degree clockwise. Okay, 90 degrees. So here in this case, in our AutoCAD drawing, anti-clockwise is always positive and clockwise is always negative. Okay, remember this. So I'm selecting a point on the base. Okay, now specify rotation angle. In the command box, the command is coming, specify rotation angle. So minus 90 degree. Now see, the object has been rotated 90 degree clockwise. Okay, Control Z. Again, I am telling rotate. Now I will rotate the object, specify base point. Let us say base point is here. Now 90 degree. Again, the object will be rotated 90 degree anti-clockwise. So, forward. Okay, so I have used the rotate command. Now I will use mirror command. Okay, so mirror, select the object, press enter. Now I have to select first point on the mirror line. Let us say here. Okay, and specify second point of the mirror point. Let us say here. See, if I press enter, now a mirror copy has been generated of the object. So these are some basic commands. Now another command is offset. I will show you offset. To draw parallel lines to make a complex drawing, we need to draw parallel lines. Okay. So I will show you how the parallel lines are being drawn. So first, let us draw a line of any length. Let us say of 50 length. Okay. Now press enter. So that 50 length line has been drawn. Now I will make use the offset command. Okay. So this is the symbol for the offset command. Now see, AutoCAD will automatically show you what the use of the offset command is. So it is being written here to draw parallel lines. Now I will select the command. Okay. Now specify the offset distance. So I have to specify the offset distance. So let's say 20. Okay. So 20, enter. Now I will select the object. Okay. Now in the direction about which the line has to be copied, let us say the line is to be copied at the above. So I have to move the cursor to the above, then have to press enter. Okay, so then the copy will be generated. So line will be parallel line will be drawn, and the distance between those will be 20. Again I'm showing that. Again I will draw a vertical line. Okay, so vertical line of any length. Now offset, let us say again 30, enter. Now select the line. Now move the cursor in the direction towards which the copy is to be made. Let us say if in the left hand side, then I have to move the cursor on the left hand side. And if the parallel line is to be made on the right hand side, then I have to move the cursor in the right hand side. Then press the left hand side. Then again at the left hand side, I'm drawing also for the left hand side also. Offset 30, select the line, move the cursor at the left hand side, press enter, or press left click. So these are the uses of all the commands, starting from draw and modify commands. And I will show as our drawing will progress, I will show the use of the remaining commands also. But for the time being, in this class, we have learned the uses of the basic commands. By using these commands, you can draw any drawings. Okay. So from our next class, we'll start discussing on for different layout of different plants like thermal power plant, hydel power plant, nuclear power plant. Okay, like that.